Well, hello, folks, and welcome to your little weathercast here on a Monday. I'm Tom Kavicka, and just got a lot to talk about, so let me get into it. First of all, we'll take a few cam views there, showing you looks like the landscape there across Alexandria Center Broadcasting on Texas Street. With those cams, we thank them for that. We see some clouds, a little sun from time to time, but it didn't warm up much today. All right, Stelly's in LeBeau. Let's go down there and get something good to eat on this day. Gumbo, I think, would be pretty good. Stelly's Market and Restaurant down in LeBeau in St. Landry Parish, going the opposite direction up to Natchitoches. It's 50 degrees right now under a cloudy sky, so it's nice and cool. A little bit of a south breeze, dew point 42, so there's a little bit of cooling chill room left over here for tonight. I think you'll drop in the upper 40s. And so here's what we're talking about. First of all, there are three weather systems that are going to affect Cenla over the next 7 days. Severe weather and heavy rain threats possible, at least during some of that time. And we'll also be riding a temperature roller coaster because of three fronts and three weather systems that will be affecting us. Checking out the radar, nothing happened here in Cenla. So I think we'll get by today without rain. But if you look off to the west, you notice a few showers between Austin and Dallas, offshore there, southeast of Victoria, south of Houston, at least a little north of Corpus Christi. And what's going to happen is the feature which is causing this is going to be moving in our direction. This is a little energy aloft, and it will lift the atmosphere. And so one thing you can be looking at for the remainder of the evening, keep your eyes over in Texas to see how this trends. I think you'll see it increase later on into the evening and the overnight period. And once it gets here Tuesday, we'll see our first rainfall event there. Well, there's a lot of energy loading up across the west. You can see this southerly motion and then a northeasterly motion here. And so right in here is a lot of energy. Been hearing about these atmospheric river systems hitting California. And so this is kind of the energy left over from some of that as we see clouds thickening definitely across the southern plains to the west of us and preparing for the first rainfall event. So overall, for tomorrow, the setup, we'll see upper level energy coming in from the southwest. The flow aloft will be from the southwest. And from time to time, you get a little package or a little ripple of energy that will come through, and that is what's going to happen. Remember, those lift the atmosphere and create a situation, if you've got adequate moisture, and we will, and a front in the area. So we got the ingredients there for rain and some thunderstorms there for Tuesday. Here's your temperature setup, warm here, cooler to the north. In fact, we can even do that in Cenla. It's cooler in the north, 50 degrees in Natchitoches right now. It's warmer to the south. We hit the 60 today in Opelousas, DeRidder, and Oakdale. So this large scale pattern here mirrors what's happening in Cenla on a much smaller scale. And this is part of the temperature antics that I'm talking about there, because it makes a lot of difference when these fronts are like this. From point to point across our northern parishes to the southern parishes, a lot of difference in the temperatures with these situations. And so that energy riding the subtropical jet stream, again, will be lifting the atmosphere. Polar jet stream still to the north of us. Futurecast, play it out for you. What can we expect for your morning commute? Just some clouds, a little bit of rain in places, but that will increase as you go home from work and school there on Tuesday. The evening commute looks a little bit more unsafe than the morning commute because rain and some thunderstorms will be roaming the landscape at that time. That will increase throughout Tuesday evening and last until Tuesday night, when we probably will get a brief break before we start to see things ramp up again there on Wednesday morning for your commute. Won't be maybe quite as good as Tuesday morning's commute, because we will see rain and storms in the forecast there, and likewise into the day Wednesday and lasting into Wednesday evening. Notice that the Wednesday thing looks like it has a preference across the central and northern parishes there. So we'll have to kind of watch that and see if that is going to verify. So here's the temperature antic part of the forecast for tonight's lows. We got some upper 40s in areas to the north of us, 50 degrees across portions of Grant, LaSalle, and Catahoula, Concordia parishes, 52 for the metro area. And then you head south where we go into the middle and the upper 50s from DeRidder through Oakdale and Opelousas, Washington, and Ville Platte down in that area. So we'll average it out low in the Cenla average in the lower 50s, the lowest readings in the upper 40s and upper 50s for the highest readings. And more temperature antics there because of the front on Tuesday's highs, an even larger range. I think we stay cool to the north. I've got upper 50s there and into the south, low to mid 70s, taking us from Dritter through Oakdale and into Opelousas. We've got mid 60s here, kind of cutting the middle ground here for the metro area. Flash flood risk with this front, the energy aloft and moisture coming through the area. So this is the level 2 out of 4 flash flood risk there for that time frame. And here's your rainfall pattern for Tuesday only. I want to emphasize that this does not include Wednesday's rain event and next Saturday's rain event. So for Tuesday only, a 100% chance of rainfall. You're going to get wet with this one. Common amounts will be about a ½ inch to 2 inches, so it's a good soaker, and then to about 3 to 4 inches possible. Peak amounts possible again for Tuesday through Tuesday night, and I'll do the same thing for Wednesday tomorrow. So flash flood risk extends into Wednesday with right now it's looking comparable to Tuesday's amounts so far. So 3 storm events coming. Number 1, Tuesday night. I've already handled that one for you. I'll do the same thing tomorrow for Wednesday. It will be similar to Tuesday in rainfall totals, but there is a severe risk, and then Saturday a severe risk. That system's pretty energetic, and it looks more like a severe weather threat than a flash flood threat. But by the time we total all the rain from each system, 1, 2, and 3, we'll have over 5 inches in places, not everywhere in Cenla. About 1 to 3, I think, will be common, though, and then over 5 inches in some of the wettest areas. Speaking of the severe weather threat, here we go with Wednesday. This is a level 2 out of 5, 1 or 2 out of 5. So it kind of depends on where you're at here, and that's considered a marginal to slight risk, a limited risk, in other words. And then Saturday, already Outlook. I've been telling you that we made Outlook Wednesday and Saturday SPC. They did, and so there it is for Saturday as well. And Nick and I'll have more to say about that later on as well. So 7-day forecast then. We've got Tuesday and Wednesday with the rain, severe threat, heavy rainfall. It's a 100% day Wednesday as well, I think. You see the temperature climbing just a little bit of a warm-up Tuesday before the second front brings chillier air. You see the temperature dropping on Thursday and even into Friday morning where we bottom out. I've got 37, so probably some readings as cold as 34, 35 there. Others hanging out in the lower 40s as 20% will be on up in the day Friday. And then the next system, this is number 3 for Saturday with a severe risk. All right, now I'm going 80% chance of showers and thunderstorms, 20% into early Sunday morning. Very warm ahead of this. I think this one has more instability. It's got plenty of dynamic energy with it. So it may not surprise me that the SPC could raise the threat level just a little bit with this one. There will be a pretty good cold front involved with that stuff as well. You notice much cooler on Sunday. And then Monday, look what happens. I've got low 30s there. So I do think that at least in some places in Cenla, we will see another freeze. Yeah, it's too early for that to be over with here. We have to wait until March, say middle of March, before we're confident that things there are over with as far as a freeze. And some years, obviously, it can freeze later than that. But winter returns there with a possible freeze Monday morning. And of course, we outline the rain events for Tuesday, Wednesday, and Saturday, and the severe weather threats for Wednesday and Saturday. All right, I told you I had a lot, but thanks for bearing with me and listening. And Nick Miklas is going to update everything in the morning, and I'll have my PM update as well. Take care, and hope you have just a tremendous Tuesday.